Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Bukie and I'm a Nigerian food blogger. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to my channel by clicking the subscribe button here. Press the bell notification so you get notifications when I post new videos. In today's video, I'll be sharing a recipe for native jollof spaghetti. I never thought there would be a day where I'll make spaghetti with palm oil, but here we are. It was such a delicious recipe. You're going to need some spaghetti, dried fish, scent leaves, which is efirin in Yoruba, some ground crayfish, stock cubes, and some salt. You're also going to need a pepper mix. In my pepper mix, I have tomatoes, paprika peppers, which is tatashe, some habaneros, which is fresh pepper, and some onions and garlic. I'm also going to use locust beans, which is iru, some pomo, cow skin, some shaki, which is tripe, and some chicken gizzard. I'm also going to use 1 medium onion, some palm oil. I'm going to first slice my onions into small bits. I like to do most of my prep before I start to cook so that everything just flows seamlessly. I'm going to chop this really small because I like them to disappear in the food. I already started boiling the water for the spaghetti. So once it's boiled, I'm going to put in my spaghetti. I don't like to break my spaghetti, but if you do, you can totally do that. I just put it in straight, give it a few minutes to soften, and then I push it all in. I'm going to cook the spaghetti for about 5 minutes just to soften before I cook the jollof spaghetti. I'm going to add some salt now and just leave it for 5 minutes to cook. Now that my spaghetti has cooked a little bit, this is what it looks like. I didn't cook it to soften all the way up. I just needed it to soften a little bit. Once it's soft, drain the water, run cold water over it, and just set it aside. So in the pot where I'm going to cook the jollof, I'm going to add some palm oil and then fry my gizzard and the shaki. I'm just going to fry it very lightly for about 5 minutes. Be careful because these parts tend to make the oil splatter. I'm just going to take it out of the oil now and put it to one side. In the same oil, I'm going to add the onions that I chopped earlier and my locust beans. I'm going to let this fry for about 1.5 minutes to release its flavor. If you don't want to add locust beans to this recipe when you're making yours, you can totally skip it. It's not necessary. I only added it for extra flavor. Next, I'm going to add in my pepper mix. I stir it to combine and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Once it has cooked down, I'm going to add in the seasoning, so the stock cubes, the ground crayfish, and the salt. then I'm going to to add the dried fish and the pomo. I'm adding them at this point because I want the dry fish to further soften up. So if yours is already soft, you can wait until a bit later. And the cow skin needs to soften a little bit. I'm just going to cover it again and let it cook down some more. Once it's cooked down now and starting to dry up, I'm going to add some water, enough water to cook the spaghetti. Now, one of my tips for cooking jollof anything, spaghetti or rice, is to add the water in bits. Most of the time I just add a little bit of water and then cook it all the way with steam. For jollof, it's less water and more steam. I'm going to let this boil now before I add in my spaghetti. If after setting your spaghetti aside it started to stick together, just run it under cold water again to loosen it up before pouring it into the jollof base. I'll just mix all this up together now, cover it and let it cook until the spaghetti is soft. Make sure to keep an eye on it so that it doesn't start to burn, because spaghetti doesn't take long to cook. There's still a little water at the top, but it's starting to dry at the bottom. I'm just going to stir it now, taste it and adjust the seasoning. Next, I'm going to add in the fried gizzards and the shaki, and then the scent leaves that I've sliced. Always slice your scent leaf just before you're ready to use it so that it doesn't lose its aroma. I'm going to combine this again and just leave it to steam for a couple of minutes. The spaghetti is already soft, but there's still a little bit of water in it, so it needs to dry up, and that will also give the scent leaves time to cook and for the meat to all infuse into the spaghetti. Another 2 minutes now and this jollof spaghetti is ready. It smells incredible, you guys. I never thought I would be cooking spaghetti with palm oil, but this was a really delicious recipe. You can add whatever meats that you have on hand or whatever you prefer to yours. Look at the spaghetti, it's not soggy. I don't like soggy anything, so I tend to cook with less water and more steam. Just look at that. This was a very yummy meal and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Everyone that tasted it really loved it. I initially wanted to make native jollof rice, but I thought I didn't want to cook rice again, so I just put spaghetti in the base when I tried this recipe the first time, and it was so good. I hope you guys will try out this recipe and let me know if you like it. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so and click on the bell also so you can get notifications when I post new videos. Follow me on Instagram at The Kitchen Muse and leave me your comments and your questions below so that we can have a chat, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.